Hello everybody, Greg from Investor here. I hate to start the video with a told you so, but I told you so. But this is not an I told you so video. This is a video discussing to what now. Okay, so bottom line first here, I think now we're going to continue moving downwards. But that's what I think. Remember, not financial advice. You ladies and gents, you do what you think is best and what is right for your portfolio. I'm just here to share with you my meandering thoughts and ideas of what's happening. So as I said, we will see the price action getting stuck between these two levels, between the 273, 260, being a very strong resistance level in this instance. Essentially, look at this instead of resistance lines, but rather more of a minefield, more of a resistance channel, to put it in simple terms. As you can tell by the candlesticks themselves, by the bodies of the candlesticks retraced back right below the resistance I was talking about originally that the price action have been maintaining. And what most of you are unable to see, that's roughly what we had before. Now, those of you who are super bullish and want to say, Greg, you're wrong, and this is very temporary, you know what? Ladies and gents, you might be right. I'm not going to be biased here whatsoever. I'm simply here to share what I see, right? So as you can tell on the granular form, we can already tell that in the pre-market, right, the price action actually yesterday already, as the market closed, we continued to tumble downwards. We got to around the area of 235-ish. Pardon me. Continued moving there throughout today, and right now the resistance of the diagonal resistance is still maintained. So the trend that we've been retaining for a very long time. Now, as you can see, this line is descending, so meaning the further we go, the lower it will get. I do think we're going to continue moving downwards, as I've originally predicted. But does that mean it's going to happen today? Not at all. In fact, we might see the price action take us back up, and I'll show you in a second on the momentum, back up back to 260 and even above it, so back into this channel. Test it, and we might test it a couple more times. In fact, if you look at the momentum right here, sort of on the minute chart, which is not too important, it already implies and indicates that we might slip above this, what would be at around 239 right now. But let's apply the same idea as I always tell you on larger time frames. So the larger we go, for example, right here on a 1 hour, just as I said seconds ago, here you go. It gives us roughly, again, I'm not going to go into description how these things correlate, how they work. That's not one-to-one. That's not that simple, not that straightforward. But essentially, to me, that does imply and show me that potentially we have enough fuel in the gas tank to make it back to 260 and even go above it, so back into that range, okay? But if I switch to the 4 hour, 4 hour, it's the same thing, but if I switch to the daily chart, I'm starting to see the opposite. I'm starting to see that the potential here is to take us downwards, okay? So, and the weekly, of course, which implies the idea that even if, let's say, for example, okay, let's look at the monthly. Monthly implies, again, the opposite. Monthly implies that we have a lot of momentum upwards, and as I've said in my live, that's not what we're seeing here. We're basically seeing a second before a reversal, something very similar to this. Before this, we have another conversion, and we turn back downwards on this time frame, and that will be an outcome. Will slip through once this will start happening, and we'll start sliding downwards in towards the bottom. Basically, we will see that movement starting to correct into the downside, and then we will end up actually penetrating the oversold territory, testing it for a while, gaining some momentum, and sliding back up. So to keep things short and simple, what are the supports and resistances we should be aware of right now? You do you. You can trade this, you can invest, you can do whatever you think according to the lines. I'm here just to show you the supports and resistances that I'm aware of and what is important right now to be aware of. So we still have this 260 and 273. To put in simple terms, as I said, it's a channel that is very important to us. We still have this descending channel, the descending trend. We still have 213. That is our current strong support. Below it, don't forget, we have psychological 200 around this area, give or take. So right here ish. Another one which amplifies and make this into a form of a strong channel would make it this. So 200 all the way to 195. So it's almost like a $5 channel. From there on out, we have the next support, which is 165 area right here. And of course, we have the trend below, the channel below, the support. We have this, which is currently, as you see, it's ascending. So you can see right now it's around the 150 area. This is what we're likely to test very soon. Currently, of course, we're going to have to, don't think it's going to happen in a linear form where we're just going to happen to break tomorrow and that's it, we break to 100, back to 150. No, it's quite a process. More, if anything, we're more likely than not to test a lot of these supports and break through them until we make it downwards. And of course, the bottom support, which is where I think what I'm targeting, essentially where we're going to get to, is that 106 area. Don't forget psychological 100. They're adjacent basically, so you're going to have this. That's why it's going to be a strong support channel. It's not going to be just a singular support. It's more or less the sort of thing, but that's far out. I wouldn't expect this to happen tomorrow. It's all predicated on what I'm expecting of the S&P to do. Those who follow the lives and the videos know. And that's kind of it, ladies and gents. I hope that was enough of informational to you to let you know what's going on and what I expect from Tesla to do in the upcoming sessions. Please ring the bell, move it to everything, like, subscribe. I wish everybody a wonderful weekend. See you on the next one. Peace out.